Girl, are you over 35? Maybe you've crossed the big 40 and you're like, what is going on with my body? I feel like I'm not in control anymore. My hair is thinning and changing texture. My chin is growing hair that's supposed to be on my head, and I'm tired all the time. You've got this belly fat accumulating. Maybe it's the overall weight on your body, and you know you don't eat that much. You're always tired. Your libido is low. That means you don't want to do the happy dance with your husband anymore, and it is not your fault. Your body is literally sending messages against the things that usually make you happy, even hanging out with your children. It may feel like a chore sometimes, or doing anything for that matter, and you just feel wiped out all the day long. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 5 of the worst foods that may be destroying your hormones and causing some of these symptoms or all of them. And I want you to imagine something with me so that this video is super helpful for you. I want you to imagine, just imagine I gave you my Cash App right now and you sent me $497. That's $500. Let's say you sent me that just to sit down here and give you a 30-minute chat. Why am I having you do that in your imagination? Because we usually don't value things that are free, but I want you to trick yourself to get the most out of this video. If you can master just these 5 things I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to drastically change your life, and you are going to come back and leave a comment telling me how helpful this has been, because you will finally start to feel energetic again. I want you to win so that the next time you are having conversations sitting around a bunch of other women, you are not constantly having this comparison thing running in your mind of like, she's got this awesome hair and she's got this awesome thing and she's got this awesome, and putting yourself way down the line. Girl, I know we do that, but that only happens when you feel not confident. Otherwise, you're just there as one of the girls. That's what I want for you. So before we dive into number 1, which is going to be a heavy hitter, I just want to let you know that if you do enjoy this video, you are going to enjoy a deep dive that I have, which is a masterclass at no cost to you. I enjoy doing these. We can meet, have question and answer sessions, and go places we cannot go online because of red tape. You know what I mean? So definitely check out the link below and register your spot. It's a gift to you, and I will see you there. Let's go straight into number 1, which is the dreaded S word, sugar. Sugar, I mean, we've heard it from the news and the articles, and the research has been done that sugar is killing us. When I say killing us, I mean literally. Cancer cells thrive on sugar. Sugar makes our body acidic. Sugar is the biggest reason we have so much excess weight, especially in the Western economies. Sugar is just tearing up we got diabetes, heart issues, just all manner of stuff. So why is it that we are caught in this sugar trap? It's because sugar is addictive. The way it works and the way your body processes it is similar to cocaine. They have compared sugar to some serious drugs, and it is proven that sugar is a bad decision for our health. If you want to start to get off sugar, sometimes, that sudden quit thing doesn't work, because then you'll find yourself tempted the next time and getting back into the sugar trap. I really recommend people that I coach to start to wean off sugar, give it a place in their life at first. Say, I will have sugar on Friday after work, or I'm going to have something sugary on Sunday with the family. We're going to go out for ice cream, or I'm going to bake these cookies or whatever. Give it a home. That way you're not feeling like you're evicting it and like having this back and forth relationship like a toxic boyfriend. We don't want that, okay? We want you to get over sugar and really get rid of it out of your life. Processed sugar makes your body acidic, and it throws off your insulin cycles, which then throws off your testosterone, which then can cause PCOS-like symptoms, chin hair, infertility, off cycles, mood disorders, anxiety, afternoon crashes, morning crashes, nighttime crashes, wiredness, and of course, unnecessary weight gain and horrible skin. If you or you have a teenager that's struggling from terrible skin, the very first place to look is sugar. All right, at the end, I'm going to give you a bonus, which is not a food, but something that you can and need to get out of your house today. I mean, this is something you can literally do. You can literally do this within 2 minutes of watching this video, and it's going to drastically change your hormones. We're gonna jump right into the second one before y'all click off, because I'm talking about your favorite addiction out here, sugar. Let's go to the next one, which is super highly processed foods. I'm sorry to say it's kind of the same story. The issue with carbs these days is they got a bad rep because of processed carbs. There was nothing wrong with whole grain foods. There's still nothing wrong with whole grain foods. But because we've seen as a population and in the medical system what carbs have done to people, we're like, all carbs are bad. And do you remember the last time this happened and caused problems? When we went fat-free. I mean, listen, there's never been a fad diet in the history of man that has ended well. It's ended with people being sick and lacking certain nutrition and lacking energy. Carbs are your all-around energy source, and your brain feeds on carbs. So someone out there is like, I'm always foggy and I don't have a lot of like mental bandwidth and I'm overwhelmed with everything. Maybe your brain doesn't have enough food. And if you eat whole grain carbs, you'll find that your day will go so much better. Girl, just try it. You lose nothing from trying it for 1 week. If it doesn't work for you, be like, that girl lied to me and I'll never see her again. You don't lose anything. You don't pay anything. This is completely helpful information for you to win. So processed foods, let them go. Anything that comes in a crinkle bag and has a ton of ingredients instead of like one ingredient is a processed food. In other words, if you are buying a bag of potatoes, on there it'll say Idaho potatoes, and that's all you get. Now, when you get potato chips, something that used to be my kryptonite, when you're eating potato chips, you look at the back of the bag and it's potatoes, oil, sugar, this coloring, that monocyte, blah, 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 things you can't pronounce, and like all manner of ingredients, some which are neurotoxic. Some ingredients literally damage your brain. Listen, have you been watching the news and seen what RFK Jr. is turning our food industry upside down because he's literally calling out the people and saying, y'all need to stop. Of course, they were given like 6 months to keep poisoning us, which I don't think is okay, just so they can make money and just so they can get rid of their stock. And you know what else they're going to do? They're about to put something else in there that's also hazardous for our health, but we're going to find out 5 years later. That's the cycle that keeps going. These big companies do not care about your health. They don't care about my health. They care about their bottom line. And they're trying to make sure that their company thrives, not that your health thrives. So next time you pick up something ultra processed, even if it's bread, girl, buy you a bread maker. Not only are you going to save in the long run, you're going to eat fresh bread. It's going to taste so different. So different. You buy whole grain flours, you follow directions on the bread maker, you dump everything in there. It takes about 3 minutes. Yes, we timed it. Now I don't use a bread maker anymore, but when I started, that's what I did. I used a bread maker, put the stuff in there and walk away. You come back and you get bread. What? With 3 ingredients: salt, flour, yeast. Okay, if we have to count water, 4. All right, but that's all that you have in your bread. Instead of those breads with like storybooks on them, have you seen them? And then they have these things called conditioners. A lot of times they use things like feathers from dead birds and stuff, dead chickens and stuff like that, ground up, and it's called a dough conditioner, so that the bread is like soft and like even mold won't eat it. You put that bread on the counter, bake your bread, put it on the counter, In like 3 days, it's already going bad. Buy the bread from the stores, okay? Put that on the counter. 3 months from now, it'll still be there. Even mold and fungus won't eat that stuff with all its chemicals in there. Why are we eating it? It's cheaper to make your own bread. Yes, the initial cost of the bread maker or the machines or whatever it is going to be, over time, by the time 6 months is up, you're going to be eating way cheaper bread. Okay, that's enough about bread. Can you tell that I love bread? All right, hope I haven't lost you by now, because we're going to dive right into our third one, which is processed meats. When it comes to processed meats, it makes me so angry because processed meats are listed on the American Cancer Society and the WHO World Health Organization page as cancer causing. Listen, like literally, people are selling packages and packages of things that they know cause cancer. So why are they doing this? Why are we not told? Why is it not on the packages like for cigarettes? You know how they had to put it on cigarettes, may cause lung cancer? Why are they not putting it on processed meats and some of the processed foods that use ingredients that cause cancer? In fact, there's a study that shows that fast food has been linked with high levels of BPA and other chemicals that are linked with hormone changes. They're called hormone disruptors because they literally disrupt your hormones. You know what I mean? And it's really sad that fast food companies are getting away with this. The chemicals are either in the food or they come into the food because of the packaging that's used whenever the food is stored or transported or cooked or prepared or packaged for us to have. And they can really throw off your hormones, cause you to have that high estrogen that causes those terrible heat waves and hot flashes. Also, throw off your fertility, because when you're super high in estrogen, it can block out your progesterone production. It's a domino effect. Super high estrogen, you have estrogen dominance, you know, a high control, high demanding. You're like, why am I so cranky? Why am I so uppity? Why am I so uptight? I used to be just happy-go-lucky. I used to enjoy my children. I used to enjoy family time. Now I can't enjoy anything. Estrogen is so high, and you have a situation where libido, your desire to have intimate time and enjoy, I want to use the real words because I'm like, listen, we're grown up in here, but I don't want to be censored, okay, by YouTube's algorithm. So you just start to live this life where you're like, I'm not even myself anymore. And other things happen that cascade into higher amounts of testosterone, and you start having chin hair. Also, you start expanding your waistline because your body is literally saying with some of those high estrogens, which one of our estrogens is a cell proliferator, which means it just tells your body to make more cells. I'm trying not to go too in depth, but I want you to see that it's not just, oh, this thing has BPA in it. What does that mean for your body? It can literally mean cancer, high amounts of estrogen, fibroids, cysts, anything that overgrows can be linked back to estrogen. And BPA is like a xenoestrogen, like it contains elements that mimic, they copy our body's estrogen, but they're bullies. So they literally block the port where your body's estrogen should be. Your body's estrogen is gentle and kind, and these fake estrogens sit there and they don't move. And it's hard to get them out of your system. It's really important that we start doing away with fast foods and processed foods, and especially processed meats. It's not worth it. Girl, just buy your food whole like your grandmother, your great-grandmother used to do, and make it at home. I promise you it'll taste so much better. And I know what you're going to say to me. You're going to say, Annie, I'm busy. I don't have time. I hear you. I'm a mother of 5. I'm a nurse. I'm out here trying to get you to have your life right and get your health back too. There's so much going on all the time. But I'm telling you, if you can just schedule your life a little bit, if you can just plan ahead, if you can say no to scrolling, if you can do what's called meal prepping. I'm not a meal prepping expert. Hormones are my jam. But if you look on YouTube, you'll find that YouTube is a university. You know, one of the best compliments I have whenever we go out to eat as a family, when my kids say, it's not as good as when we have it at home. I'm like, yes, yes, okay. And that's what I want for you. Whole Foods, it's an adjustment, but it's worth it. You're going to pay either with your time and adjustments, or you're going to pay with your health, your children's health, which in many cases it can be something horrible. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you. Okay? Let's just end there. Let's not even imagine the worst. I don't even want to do that. The next one we're going to talk about today is dairy. Dairy. I almost feel like I should whisper that one because I know a lot of people are running off by now. They're like, dairy, how dare you attack my dairy? Here's the thing. Life has changed. When your grandmother, when my grandfather used to have a cow in the back and they called it Annabelle. Okay, and they gave it a name, and they brushed it, and they took it out to pasture, or took them out to pasture, and she had calves, and they'd start to milk it, and they fed it good green grass. Unless you still have access to that life, or you live that life, those days are gone. Look in the news, look at the documentaries that are showing you just how your milk products are made. These cows are tortured with these electric machines that suck too much out of them, and pus and blood comes out, and it's in the milk. And because these infections are so frequent, they're given antibiotics, and they're given hormones to keep producing milk, to grow faster, so that the calf can grow faster for meat. And these hormones and these antibiotics are in the milk, and they're throwing off our hormones, and the antibiotics are killing our gut bacteria. Did you know that your gut bacteria plays a role in keeping your weight in check? Girl, I am a little too excited about this topic, am I not? I love it. I love it because I know what a difference it made for me once I found out about food. I was a whole nurse for many years before I learned this stuff. And I was able to see how it had got me into my hormone condition with the chin hair. It's like the fat was just sticking. It wouldn't budge. It would not budge. But the fatigue, the mental anxiety, the depression, the thinning hair, the feeling of shame and embarrassment in public, the not wanting to get up close to people because I don't want them to see my chin hair. If I missed one, did I miss one? It's such a dark cloud. And so I'm like, I know that if one woman can be set free, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. If you really, really must have dairy products, go to the farmers markets. Girl, it's a mess. It's a mess. If you have a child that is, or yourself, and you're always congested and like inflamed, go off dairy for a week. Come back and tell me, because I know it's going to be good news. Go off dairy for a week. Your sinuses are always blocked, and this is how you breathe. You can't even nose breathe. You're always mouth breathing. Go off dairy, okay? I can't wait to see your testimony. The last one we're going to talk about today is coffee. Coffee. I don't know anything that gets more pushback when it comes to hormones than coffee. If you look online, you're going to see so many different ideas, workarounds. Some people are like, oh, okay, if you don't want the negative sides of coffee, eat something first. Don't take it on an empty stomach. Only take this much coffee. Don't take this much coffee. Limit it to like 1 cup. Girl, if you are already struggling with your hormones, get rid of the coffee. I know that hit your spirit. I know it did. Because sometimes we already feel it within ourselves and we're like, I feel like I should. I don't know why. And you're just waiting for confirmation. Coffee is like a something billion-dollar industry. Look it up on Google. I used to know the number, but I forgot. Okay? I am giving you this at no cost. They're charging you to keep you drugged, addicted, dependent on their product, which is coffee. Coffee. And you know it's hard for me to say stuff like this because technically people come to YouTube and they're like, oh, I want to make videos that people like so that, you know, they can get viral and so that I can make money with YouTube. Clearly, that's not my point. I'm telling you everything you probably don't want to hear. But I'm here for your health. I'm here for your hormones. I'm here for you to have that ding again, that shine again, you know, to come out of that gray area that you live in every day, to finally face the day with joy and anticipation, to see your children and feel that excitement to go do something with them instead of that feeling of like, no, not again, not again. How do I know? Because I've lived it. And when I came out, I was like, that's it. I'm going to tell everyone who listens, everyone who can hear. And I've seen it happen for so many women over the last 9 years of coaching. Y'all, this is not just words. Coffee, how does it throw off your hormones? It is so simple. It is so simple. There's books written about coffee and how horrible it is for our health, especially when you have health problems. Don't look at the next person and say, so-and-so does it and it's fine. Okay, their body is different. They don't have your struggles. They don't have your genetics. They don't have your past. They don't have all the challenges you've gone through. And they're not struggling with their hormones. Coffee throws off your cortisol. What is cortisol? The one hormone you hear about, like, let's drop cortisol, let's drop cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone. It's what your body does in response to stress. Cortisol is a great hormone, by the way. It helps us in real life stress situations. Like if there's a mountain lion behind you and you find yourself running faster than you ever dreamt possible, cortisol. Climbing a tree you never knew how to climb, cortisol. Picking up a car or a boulder and throwing it at a line, cortisol. Thank you, cortisol. But what happens when that same cortisol is spiked in our body just because we're stressed out from driving to work? And we don't even have to do that. Road rage, reactions, cortisol. It's blinding and it has you just do things out of impulse. But people are just overburdened now with cortisol because they have nothing to run from. It's stress about the bills and stress about life and stress about the relationships and stress about situations and the divorce and the marriage and the children and the work situation. It's so much on our plates that we don't need to add it from a cup. Yes, it feels like it gives you a ton of energy. You really feel like, oh my goodness, I drank coffee and ding. You know why you feel like you came awake? It's because cortisol tells your body to release a lot of glucose into your body. So you have a surge of energy. And surely you feel like you came awake, but what happens shortly after? You start to crash. And the crash is very deep because you went all the way here and then you crash. But before you crash, you're like, oh, I'm crashing. What should I do? Get another cup of coffee. Coffee also tells your body to store belly fat around your midsection. It's a long explanation, but it's because in times of crisis, your body prefers to burn fat because it produces more energy. Remember, cortisol is a survival hormone. And we are just running it wild. Cortisol is responsible for a lot of heart issues, cancers, high blood pressure. I mean, just so many illnesses. It throws off your body's insulin levels, so you have insulin resistance. That's all kinds of hormone issues like PCOS, cortisol. Ladies, girl, I'm talking to you specifically. Cortisol is not worth it. And drinking it from a cup just to be awake is not worth it. You need to sleep better. And sleep hygiene is something beautiful. It's so good for you. Turn off your gadgets 2 hours before. Don't eat 2 hours, 3 hours before you have to sleep. You'll sleep so much better. But I have other videos about that where I show you how you can navigate and how you can learn. However, I did tell you, if you enjoy this kind of content and you want to take your life to the next level and your health back, then get your spot at the masterclass at $0 to you. We'll dive deeper, give you the tools to take it and run, to say, what can I do to fix my hormone imbalance? All right, girl, I'm going to give you that bonus so we can both go. Okay? So the bonus today is going to be something you can go right after this video and take care of it in 5 minutes or less. I want you to set a timer, and that is going to be your toxic body products. I'm talking makeup, lotions, smell goods, the fragrances, bath and body works. Everything with that label, throw it out. Throw it out. It's not worth it. Throw it out. It contains hormone disruptors. Again, xenoestrogens. Those are estrogen mimickers. Do your research. Look up the proof. See the evidence stockpiled, and you'll be angry. You're like, why is this being allowed? Because nobody cares about you, but they care about the bottom line of the business. It's a sad reality, but I care. I honestly do. And I want you to care as well. Let's care together. Let's care together. Check out the other videos if you want more pieces. This is just a piece. Okay? I'm not telling you that get rid of these 5 things and everything is going to... No. It's going to move the needle for you. It's going to move the needle for you. But you're going to have to do repair work after that. You know what I'm saying? You get rid of the junk, and then you start to build a new you. And that's a process. So what are we talking about here when we talk about personal care? I'm talking about anything with fake fragrances that are not essential oils. Anything with, my goodness, parabens, phenols, phthalates, again, whatever that word is. I'm going to put it on the screen, okay? That. Get rid of that stuff. I know. Maybe you just bought it. It's okay. It's worth your health to get rid of it. And use coconut oil if you have to. Use olive oil from your kitchen till you get something clean. I know you think I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm just giving you like real basic solutions. Yes, there are things out there that are clean. There are clean products out there. But until then, you're better off saving your health and starting to get your health back by using your basic kitchen products until, everybody say until you can go back out there to the store tomorrow and just get the good stuff. Because yes, it's going to cost more, but you're going to pay. Either you're going to pay on the front end with the slightly more expensive stuff that is clean, or you're going to pay on the back end with hospital and health bills. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you, for your family, for your children, for our next generation, for our daughters, for your grandchildren. It doesn't matter. It is so worth it to do it for all of you and start preventing, because you know, and I know that prevention is cheaper than cure. Once again, if you love this kind of content and are ready to start changing your health, get your spot to the masterclass. Oh, I forgot to tell you, in the masterclass, I'm going to be giving away 101 food guide. It's a food guide to reset your body, to reset you so you can glow again. It's got the foods and it tells you why the food is good. It tells you how to prep the girl. It is a complete quick start thing with herbs, with food, with like, okay, I'm not going to tell you too much. Okay, but it's sufficient. It's what you need. I will also gift you for coming live to the masterclass, because I'll be like, okay, this girl really cares about her health. I will give you something I only give my coaching clients, which is an assessment, something you can use for yourself to see where you're at in your hormone health journey. So you can see if you need to step up a little in this area or this area, and you can start to see some of those gaps that may be causing or adding on to your hormone problems, because sometimes it's not the foods you're eating. You can use that assessment and start to do something about it. The masterclass is called Take Charge. Take charge. Take charge. I want you to take charge and win. Become the CEO of your health. Girl, I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.